Hello everybody, and welcome to another playthrough of Commands and Colors Ancients. Today we're gonna play the Battle of Baetis River 80 BC. This is kind of a continuation of Sulla's second civil war, you could say, but you often refer to this war as the Sertorian War, named after the leader of kind of Roman rebels here, called under the leadership of Quintus Sertorius, who's featured in this battle as well. So Sertorius, he was a Roman noble who, at this time of 80 BC, when this battle happened, he was a real experienced military commander. He has been in several campaigns and wars. I think he was in the the Numidian War against Jugurtha. He was in the Cimbrian War, fighting against the Germanics, and he was thereafter fighting in the Social War. He participated in Sulla's civil wars, but not on Sulla's side. He was on the Marian side, and that's why he kind of is a rebel here, because well, we know what happened in the civil wars of Sulla's civil wars before. Remember, we played the Colline Gate and had told some history about that war in that video. We know that the leaders of the Marian cause has died. Marianus, both the elder and younger, is dead by this time. And Sertorius, I think this was during the Second Civil War, that he went over to Hispania. He actually had been assigned that province to him, so he went over there actually before the war ended, and maybe before actually Marius the Younger committed suicide. I'm not really sure about that, but I think he went over to Hispania before that. Anyway, he was a Marian. When he arrived to Hispania, the governor over there didn't really accept him, of course. So there were some, I don't know if this was really any war happening, but at least they were both, kind of campaigning maybe more politically and trying to get the, get the tribes over in Hispania on their side. And Sertorius was successful in that, so he pretty much overturned the other guy over there. I don't remember his name. That's not important in this context, I believe. Anyway, the war over in Italy ended, and of course, it wasn't too long before Sulla sent over a force to, put Sertorius away from the, well, not the throne of Hispania, but the ruleship of Hispania, I think you could say. Sertorius was aware of that. He sent over some troops and some commanders over to the mountains up in the north, to fortify the passes there, so the Sullans wouldn't be able to break through. But they did, because of some treason and assassinations happening up there of the leader of the Sertorian League, you could say. So the Sullans poured in, and they were, numerically superior to Sertorius, what he could put up. So he was actually eventually forced to leave Hispania and went over to Africa, to Mauritania, where he also went through a lot of adventures. He, there was things happening over there, and he was over in Balearic Islands, joining up with some pirates there. I think it was Cilician pirates. He went down to Africa again, fighting for I'm not really sure. There was some tyrant there in a city I forgot the name of here, and I don't think it's mentioned here in the historical background of this scenario either. Anyway, The important thing is that he was really successful over there, and he gained, troops from Mauritania, and so he gathered up pretty much an army over there. Also to mention, he when he went to Africa, he got with him a few thousand legionaries, Roman legionaries, and these guys are really veterans. They are battle-hardened veterans from, I think, from the social wars, and so really experienced guys. I think it was like about 3,000 of them that went with him to Africa. Anyway, while in Mauritania, he was approached by the Lusitanians, because now the Sulans had control over Hispania, right? So, and they were really, waging a harsh rule over against the Lusitanians over there, who were not satisfied with the situation and wanted a change. And they saw, an opportunity to ally with Sertorius, actually, allowing Sertorius to be their war leader for a war against the Romans or the Sulans. Sertorius accepted that because now he had this chance to enter Hispania once more and get his revenge against the Sulan forces there. So he gathered up his forces, he reinforced them, recruited a lot of guys, and he was also, of course, expecting to get a lot of Lusitanians once over on the Hispanian side of the Gibraltar Strait. So, yeah, so he went over there. There was I think not a big, but at least a naval battle there happening, which the Sertorians won, so they could get over with the transports and went ashore close to where we call the Pillars of Hercules, or Gibraltar, better known today. And he made camp there. I think he was reinforced by the Lusitanians at that point, actually Lusitanians made a bigger part of his army at this point when they gathered up. The governor in Hispania Ulterior, which is, I can say, the southern and southeastern part of Spain, was Lucius Fufidius, also featured in this battle. And he, of course, got the task to quell this rebellion that was happening in the very south of his province. So he gathered up his army, started marching towards Sertorius along the Baetis river. Now this was really in the, I think it's called estuary, where the river is meeting the sea, basically. So it was a kind of a bad terrain for heavier troops that Fufidius was bringing with him, because Sertorius, he's also known, as a guerrilla fighter or irregular warfare master. He has a lot of lighter type of troops here in featured in this battle. So the terrain over here was more favorable for lighter type of troops, you could say. Anyway, Fufidius approached, and along that river the armies clashed. Now there is not that much of detail of this battle. We don't know really much of it. We know that, or probably, Sertorius had about 8,000 men on his side, where, he had almost 3,000 of his Romans. I think there was not 1,000, but just under of his Africans, and there was a lot of Lusitanians. I think it was somewhere close to 5,000 Lusitanians fighting in this battle as well. And it's said that Fufidius had more troops. So you could think there was, I'm kind of guessing it, but maybe 10,000 men or something on what is called the Roman side here. And as I said, we don't really know that much details of what happens in the battle, but we know that Sertorius with his lighter troops were able to outrun the Romans and attack them with missiles from all sides. They could really jump about on the battlefield, with the heavier troops having a bit more difficulties here. Also, if you look here, we have some cavalry on the Sertorian side. I think this is both from Africa and Lusitanian warriors, actually, on horse. And pretty much of the aftermath, they believe that Fufidius lost about 2,000 men. That's pretty much what we know. And he had to, march back to where he came from, basically. And Sertorius, after the battle, was, of course, wanting to pursue and throw Fufidius out of Hispania Ulterior, which he was quite successful in later on. But the Romans would counter with, I think they were sending Metellus eventually over here, who was he was a consul, I believe. So they were kind of, ramping up their effort here by sending a consul over here. But that's later on. And the interesting thing is, I checked this, and we have 4 battles from this war actually featured in these booklets. We will lingering on here for a while together with Sertorius and in Hispania. But I'm not sure. I don't think we actually have any battle featuring Metellus, which would be pity, I believe. But anyway, there's another, superstar we will see pretty soon. I think already in the next battle, but I will we'll leave that for now. Anyway, so Metellus later on, I just mentioned that because we will not see any battles with him. But he was here all the time. So he also had problems with Sertorius, irregular warfare style. So he also had to, gather more reinforcements and try to pretty much fight the war as they did in Numidia in the war against Jugurtha. Establish strong points and slowly, force the enemies towards to a regional end of their in their land. Just taking these control points, avoiding their battles because they were not battling anyway in the open field. So I don't know if that made any sense, but that's what Metellus tried here as well. He was not that successful, I believe, because Sertorius was a master of this guerrilla warfare. He attacked foraging parties, made sure, Metellus did different sieges here and there, but he had really difficulties to get supplies to those because Sertorius was, just cutting all the supplies by attacking the forage parties, making sure the supplies didn't come through to the Romans. So they often had to abandon their sieges and like that. Anyway, that's not this battle. So I don't think we actually can mention that much more about it because I don't really know. But let's check the war council. So we had the Sertorian army led by Quintus Sertorius. They will get 5 command cards and they will move first. The Roman army is led by the governor here in Hispania Ulterior, and his name is Lucius Fufidius. They have 4 command cards and will fight till we get 6 banners. Or one side gets 6 banners. Now, the Baetis river is a fordable river. So we have this river flowing through the battlefield here. So it's fordable, meaning you can cross, but if you enter, you need to stop, right? And I think it's 2 dice in and out for battle. But if you are doing range battle out from a river hex, I think you only get 1 die actually. And speaking of terrain, we also have some woods, 4 hexes of them. Same thing there, 2 dice in and out for battle. You need to stop when you enter, and you really cannot battle when you enter, except if you are lights or warriors, they can. And I think it was when conducting ranged fire into a forest or woods hex, it's only 1 die. Okay, second special rule, Marius Legion's rule is in effect for both armies, meaning the mediums and the heavies will have pila, so they can throw some javelins there, basically. Okay, that's it. So let's check the battlefields. Here we go. And if we start with the Roman army, on the left-hand side, we have on the other side of the river here, I mean from the main army, we have a slinger and a bow unit. That's it over there. Interestingly, we have the same setup on the Sertorian army here, a slinger and a bow unit. Then we come to the Roman main line. Lots of legionaries here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually 6-1 down here, together with Fufidius, who's located in the back line here. We have another Roman leader with legionaries here. That's a nameless one. Then we have 2 units of warriors. I bet these are some tribal units the Romans got with them. Celtiberians, perhaps. I'm not sure. But 2 units of warriors at least. Then, like in the left-hand flank, on the right hand, we also have a slinger and a bow unit. That's it. On the Sertorian side, if we start on their right, as I said, we have the slinger and a bow unit, but they have also some more forces back there. It's a light and a medium heavy cavalry. The medium heavy cavalry also has a leader with them, a nameless one. Probably, this is probably some kind of a Lusitanian chieftain or warlord. Then we have the main line of the Sertorians. And if you look, it's light infantry pretty much all the way, at least the first line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units of light infantry. Wow, we haven't seen that before. That's going to be different. And over on the flank, we have another bow and a slinger here as well, matching the guys from the Roman side. The back line, or the second line if you want, it's a bit more heavy, or really more heavy actually, because we have 2 units of heavy infantry representing the veterans of Sertorius there. Veterans from, I bet, several wars. At least from the social and civil wars. Then we have 2 units of Auxilia. Not sure what those guys are. Maybe troops from Africa, could be Lusitanians. They are led by a leader called Herennius. Herennius was a good lieutenant of Sertorius actually. I bet we will see him in some of the further battles where he will be the commander actually, the main commander. That's it. So how should we play this then? Well, looking at the composition, of course, the Sertorians would like to see, a lot of skirmish happening, I bet. They are not too interested in getting into the close hand fight with these guys, of course. So they want to keep their distance, but they are not... I mean, if you look at it, the Romans are actually farther into the board than the Sertorians, so they don't have that much, hit and run hexes to do anymore. So if these guys push forward, there are not that much, room to do the hit and run tactics. So we'll see how that goes, but we want to do that. But if we get the Romans close to us, we can surely hit back with some heavier troops from the back line, especially those heavy infantry units there. Those gonna be deadly. But as I said, otherwise we will be really happy to, have this as a skirmish war as far as possible, because we are far better than the Romans on that. And on the flanks, we'll just duel it out with the bows and the slingers, I believe. I don't really know what to do with the cavalry. Should we try to attack these guys? I believe we might do that if we get the chance to activate some the Sertorian cavalry. So we could go over here, scare those guys off, maybe go over the river and attack in the rear and flank. But, well, that's a plan that's... I don't know if it's possible to do. You need the right time for it, you need the right cards for it. I mean, if things start happening here, you want to respond here, right, and not just do a slow cavalry flank movement and getting slaughtered by the way in the center. But that's the plan for those guys. And for the Romans, we just want to get in there, I believe. I mean, we are so much heavier and we don't want to have this as a javelin or pillar fight. So we're gonna go in and draw our swords, basically. And that's the way we want to fight it out. And we have these warriors. We can quickly attack them as well if we get the cards for it. I mean, a double time would be nice. We would get in lots of units attacking those lights who cannot really evade or retreat over here, right? That would be nice. Imagine these guys getting a double time turn 1. We could get in these 4 units, for instance, in a heavy battle over there. That would be awesome for the Romans. Anyway, the Sertorian starts. So let's check their cards, and as I said, they have 5 cards in the battle and the Romans have 4, so we deal 1 extra for them in slot A. Let's see what they have. Leadership any section, a line command. This could be a nice opening one for, getting the whole light line up and start throwing javelins. Then we have 2 in its center. I mean, imagine a line command and then a darken the sky. That would be something. Okay, but let's see what they can play. Okay, that's a CDE, so nothing from those slots. So the C is an outflanked. You could do the skirmish thing over there. 2 units center or a leadership any section. Well, the question is, should we start from the center or should we do some flank? I might actually want to do a flank attack with the Sertorians at this point, to be honest. I might let the Romans, step forward in the center and then throw our javelins in the center. I believe so, because the flanks are the good spots for us to hit, especially if we start with some unsupported flanks here with the guys who are already in range. That I would like. And also over here, starting to harass those guys, getting them to retreat, making room for an eventual cavalry support attack here. So by that, I believe I start with the outflanked. I'll play the card from slot C. And it will be my long-range skirmishers here. So let's start over here. The slingers against that bow unit, 2 dice. A hit and then forcing them back. An optimal result, actually. Killing one of those, and then these guys need to retreat. Let's put them back here. And then the bows attack those slingers. 2 dice. Not that good. No hits and no flags. The other flank, let's start with the slingers against the enemy slingers. Nothing. Bow unit, same target. Nothing. Well, it started good, but, well, not that good eventually. Okay, that was the outflanked. Now for the Romans, maybe they let's check the A and B first. Leadership any section. That's good. We can start moving up our legionaries by that. And outflanked as well. Let's see. That's an A, B, or C card. So let's check slot C as well. And there we have a move, fire, move. I bet Sertorians would have been more happy with that card, but you know what? No, it must be light units. I was thinking I could move because these guys are, you know, capable of missile fire, but I cannot activate those guys with this. That's bad. This is not a good card for us, really. Outflanked, well, we could fire back and get our bows into position again. We could do that with a move, fire, move as well. Move, fire, move. Now, I'm gonna do the outflank then. I'm gonna fire back, since I get the chance, and I'm gonna get my guys into position once more. So these guys move up, and then I'm gonna do some firing. So this bow unit starts first against that slinger with 1 die. Miss. Then the slingers, same target. Miss. Nothing. Then we have this flank against the slingers, slingers against slingers, and that's a flag. These guys need to retreat. And then we have the bows attacking the enemy bow. Another retreat, and now it becomes a problem. I was dumb to retreat over there, actually. Should have gotten there, of course, because now I'm blocking myself here. So I need to take one and then a hit. It was a blunder. Okay, so both guys has lost 1 bow block so far. Replace the Roman card. And go over to the Sertorians once more. That's a C or lowest order count. So we gotta check what it's over in C. That's a medium troop, so we have 1 medium troop. Okay. Okay, and lowest order count would be what? I think it would be actually 2 unit center. Okay, let's play the 2 unit center from slot D then. And let's just start harassing the Roman. I mean, I don't want to be on that river tile really, because that will take away 1 die from my attacks. So let's go forward 1, and because here we are free to evade if they attack us. So 1 die against that Roman legionary. Miss. Second unit, same target, 1 die, a miss. Then over to the Romans. That's an A or B. Leadership any section, or a line command, which I will play this time. That's for sure. That's for sure. Now the big line will advance. I can only go 1 hex though, so the warriors cannot really attack yet. That will scare away those light infantry. Actually, these guys could throw their pila. Like so. Let's bring forward the warriors. They don't have any pila. And let's put them here so we got some retreat paths for everybody. Okay. These guys will not move, by the way. So let's start on this flank. 2 dice against the slingers. Ooh, 2 hits. The Romans are maybe starting this battle a bit better, actually. That was a good one. Let's take the same target with the second one. A flag. They need to take it. Let's go back there. Then we're gonna throw some Pila. These guys against that one. 1 die. Miss. Second, same target. No, let's take another target. Let's take that one. Right in front of them. That's a flag, they can ignore it. These guys, the guys in front of them. And that's a hit. The Pila hits. Okay, so these guys are now done. Then we have some close combat to do still. So these guys will of course evade. So start here against those guys who will try to evade, but we're gonna roll those 4 dice. See if we get any greens. We got 1. 1 down. These guys jump over the river and into the woods. Same thing, the next one. They got away. But okay. So what the Sertorians would need now is a darkened sky, I believe. If there is one hidden behind slot D. Let's see what they can play. Oh, let's give the Romans a card first. Okay. That's an A or B. So leadership, any section, line command, or order 2 units center. I'm a bit afraid now. If I get caught here, they will kill me. I cannot evade, you know. I think I need to play the line command and start spreading out my troops now. So all these guys are activated. Let's see now. Let's push these guys sideways. And these. And these. Now I will move forward my Auxilia, giving these guys a retreat path. And I move these guys sideways. I will not go forward actually at this point. These guys will actually stay. So we have a few... now my guys can evade if the Romans attack me. And I have some nice javelin attacks to do still. So from these bows I will fire against that warrior unit with 1 die, since they moved. Nothing. The javelins, light infantry, same target, 1 die. Nope. We take the... yeah, let's take the Auxilia against the same target. No. Too bad. Too bad. Let's take this light infantry. 2 dice against the warrior. I want to get that 1 hit on the warrior, you know, too. Yeah, I got it. There it is, at last. You know, so we downgrade them to just 3 dice units and no inherent flag resistance, if you could say so. Then we have these guys against that leader. 2 dice. 1 hit. Good. Good skirmishing now from the Sertorians. Maybe they are now in a good position that they weren't before. We need also check that leader, who's barely fine, but he's Starting to get in danger there. Next one. Wait a minute. Maybe it was this one already, right? I guess so. Then we have these guys who will throw at those guys with 2 dice. Nothing. I mean, these guys... Yeah, I think I got that right. I'm not really sure if I fire with those guys, but I believe it was those who got the hit. I'm pretty sure. Or was it those guys? Oh man. First I fired here. It's those guys. I believe those guys got that hit there, and those guys there, and these guys missed. Okay, I think that was okay. So, it was a line command, so we're gonna replace the slot E card for the, nope, for the Sertorians. Then go over to the Romans. That's a tactics card or lowest order count. So it needs to be one of these two, a move, fire, move, or the leadership any section. I need to take the leadership any section because I don't want to do any move, fire, move right now. And the leadership will be, it will be this leader. So this guy plus 3 units. I'm just gonna go in with these guys now. Like that. Most of those guys will evade, but still, we might get some hits. So here we're gonna attack those lights, who will try to evade. 4 dice. No hits. So these guys get away. They're gonna go onto the river here. These guys attack those guys who will also try to evade. 4 dice. Oops. No hits there either. Pretty bad rolls there. No greens at all. That was that guy. And we third one, same situation. They try to evade. Oops. And I lost a die. There we go. Okay, let's re-roll those. And no hits. Really bad rolls by the Romans now. Then we have the last attack. And that guy is Auxilia, so he cannot evade. So this we need to fight out. They can ignore 1 flag since they are supported though. So we got 3 hits and the flag. Okay. 3 hits. That hurt. That hurt. And the flag we could ignore and fight back. I think we might fight back actually, because we have leader support, so it might be worth it. It might be worth it. We could even kill those guys because they have only 3 blocks. So I'm gonna actually stand my ground with those, let's say, Lusitanians and battle back. Let's hope we got a bit lucky. Yes, thanks to actually Sertorius being close by, we killed 2 of the legionaries here. And now we're gonna check that leader with 2 dice again. Yeah, he's good. But we have some really weakened troops over there now. That's pretty interesting actually. Pretty interesting. We could get the banner next time because now the Sertorians go in and you know, Sertorius himself is in position to kill that unit. Wow. If he can get it activated, of course. So replace the card there. I need to play 1 turn more. I need to see how this goes. Yeah, Sertorians. D or E. Okay, we have a leadership any sections. We know we can activate him. We also have a light troops. I will not play that now. I will play a leadership any section because this is too important of an situation. It will be him. I'm gonna pull back those guys. And then I can order still 2 units. need to be linked, of course. So let's just order these guys. So Sertorius, or these guys, yeah, Sertorius will march forward. These guys will take one step forward. These guys will rush back. And these guys will just stay. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna start with some light infantry fire from here over to here. One die. And that's a hit. Great hit there by those lights. They are starting to get in shape now. Now's the question. I think I'll attack with Sertorius first, and then I see who I attack next. Or should I try to soften these guys up once before I attack? Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna throw my javelins first. 2 dice against that warrior unit. And that's another hit. Great skirmishing now. So now Sertorius will attack this leader with a lone legionary with 5 dice. Since it's heavy infantry, we need 1 hit. Yeah, we got it. 1 hit there. So these guys go down. And we get the first victory banner, which is the Sertorian. And we're gonna check that nameless leader. 1 die. Can you believe it? He fell in that battle. He fell in that battle, give the Sertorian the 2nd banner. And this is not all, because Sertorius can now advance and attack once more. And I'm gonna try to finish off those warriors now with 5 dice. Got the 2 hits I needed. These guys go down. And we get the 3rd victory banner. All by Sertorius himself. Now, he was a good commander. We know that. So he could still go 1 more. And no, I won't do it. Simply because I might be surrounded there and just killed. Otherwise, it would be nice to go here, to, to draw the enemy legionaries towards me, giving the lights more room. But I'm too afraid to go there, because if I do, the lights could surround me, and then some legionaries on the other hand, and then I don't have any retreat paths. Now I can at least retreat if I get some flags if they try to hit me. Okay, good one from Sertorians there, and we still have the Romans to play before we end this first session. They're in a bad situation now. A, B, or C. We have the move in C. In A, we have 4 units left. Okay. Or 4 units right. Nothing in the center. They are pretty, frozen there now, those legionaries. They are not, they're seeing the commander on the right-hand flank going down with the cohorts there. They are pretty much, disconnected from Perfidios, so they are, kind of confused. Should we press forward, or should we turn to the flank and attack Sertorius, or should we back off? What should we do? So nothing in the center. 4 here are the light units, and I think for this one we might actually go with the move then, because that would give me, 4 light units to activate. So I'm going to activate all my lights, and let's see. Let's just push these guys forward 1 hex. These guys stays. Yeah, let's do it like that. So let's start here. It's a 1 die attacks against that bow unit. First is a hit, good. Second is a miss, that's a blue one. But okay skirmishing from these guys on the Roma left actually. They are holding a lot of troops at bay over here. Okay, then we have the right hand flank. Let's fire against the bow unit there. 2 dice. That's 1 hit. Pretty good skirmishing from the Romans as well, actually. Second attack, same target. Another hit. Okay. And actually we could move once more. And... oh my, I should have fired at those guys. I didn't think of that. Silly me. So let's keep ourselves at some distance from that heavies. We're gonna move these guys a bit to the side here. These guys, I think I might stay here. No, I could get attacked by those guys. Let's do like this. 1, 2. 1, 2. I try to get over the river to the other side. I don't have anything to, you know, I could really just fight it out on this side of the river instead, getting a bit more, you know, protection from the cavalry, I was to say. Okay, that was all. I should have fired those guys with the skirmishers here. I didn't really think of that. But on the other hand, I didn't roll that many red, so maybe when seeing the result of my rolls, maybe it was better anyway to get those hits on that unit. We could even kill it with a bit of luck in the future and get a banner. But here I will end the first session, and we had the Sertorians in a lead 3-0. I really think it reflects what's been happening here in a way, because we have seen pretty even fighting, good skirmishing from both sides, and good actually, you know, battles from both sides as well. But Sertorius was just too efficient there, so he killed off 2 units and a leader, and that's why we had the 3 banners. Okay, so by that, I think I'll end here, as I said. Just thinking again, this is pretty cool actually. Pretty unusual setup with so many lights over there, but still real heavy weighters there as well. Pretty cool. I like this. So I hope you'll be back for part 2, and bye for now.